Hello, my friends. I am going to be filming in my memory planner, and yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get going. Yes. So I am going to be planning with a Nicolette Moore Designs kit, and it is obviously Harry Potter, like the burrow kind of thing. I think that's what it's called, but I could be mistaken. I pulled in these. I'm not really sure where they're from, but I pulled these in because it does not come with check boxes. But then when I realized, hello, this is a memory spread, I'm not going to be using those check boxes anyway. And I just pulled in some random foil. I'm going to pull in some foil as we go along and kind of see what I want to use. But that's going to be to begin things. I'm going to use those. I kind of want some underlays, but I don't know if I'm going to find any or not that I want. So I have like a bunch of foil, but I don't have a lot of underlays, if that makes sense. So I don't really know if I have any. I have some ghosties. That's not going to work. I have like some rain, but I don't really want to use that either. And so I don't know that I'm going to have any underlays. But I think I have some underlay like washi that I can use, and so that would be pretty. And maybe I'll use this rose gold would be nice. So maybe I'll use that one. I could also use just regular gold, so maybe we'll use that. Could use that, or I could use this rose gold and copper color, but the gold would match that. So it really doesn't matter. I don't mind mixing foils. It really doesn't bother me. I know that it bothers a lot of people, but it just doesn't bother me. I don't mind it. So yeah, we're just gonna get going. And what else? What else do I need to say? I'm pretty excited to. I also have this copper color for the some washi headers, so I might use those as well. Okay, let's start with the bottom washi, and then we'll do date covers, glitter headers, and then we'll do full boxes. How's that? Feels like I have something in my eyeball, and that's really not fun, in case you were wondering. Alright, so it's the 14th. So do I have date dots for that? Yes, I do. So I'm going to use these coppery colored date dots because that's pretty. And we'll get started on that. And then we'll just kind of see how the rest of the foil goes. I don't really mind mixing it. Like I said, that's perfectly fine with me. So when I do videos or I'm working in here, I get knocks on the door for questions like, when's my birthday? When his birthday is not until March. So, you know, that's the burning questions that I get that are so important. They have to be answered right away is, when's my birthday? You know? Just craziness. But anyways, so this past week, today is actually the 20th. It's actually Sunday. And so I like to get, I'd like to be super caught up on memory keeping. I like to make sure that I am caught up because it helps me remember what we actually did. It's really hard for me to keep track of things when I don't remember. It's like, what was it again? So, yeah. I tend to forget. So, and I have tried to be disciplined at writing everything down, and I'm getting a little bit better, but I'm just not that great at it. I'm trying to get good at especially doing it for my kids' memory keeping planner, because there I want to keep like more detailed version of things throughout the day for them. But otherwise, like for this, I don't really have to remember every little thing. I just want to remember the gist of what happened that day. So I do memory planning in lots of different ways. I do dailies, I do kids memory keeping, I do this one, and so you know, I don't have to be like uber specific. Honestly, I just think it's fun. I like to decorate it really pretty and remember it throughout the day, and different layouts and styles of doing it are just icing on the cake for me, because I think it's just fun to look at the different versions and just to have fun with it. Like, that's what planning is to me. It's therapy. There's a reason why it's called sticker therapy. It is definitely therapeutic and it is fun. So I like doing it. But anyways, so it always throws me for a loop because this one is always long enough and the short one is not, and I don't really understand that. It's very weird. So here's that. Okay, this is super cute already, just that little bit. Okay, so we'll do the glitter headers next, and then we'll do, I think though, I'm trying to think if these are, I don't really want to use the copper header overlays because they're not transparent and they just take the place of your glitter header. These are the same way. This one is pink. Let's see what I have. This one here would probably be cute. I don't know what it would look like on. So it would. Okay, that's fine. He was, poor Tristan, he's looking for his little brother, and his little brother's not here. He's with Joshua at the grocery store, and he was looking for him. He was making sure I wasn't in here, and he wasn't leaving Jensen out to get into trouble. Bless his heart. Probably should have told him that part before I came in here, but he was like, Jensen, where are you? And Jensen's not here. That's hilarious. And sweet at the same time. Yeah, that's super cute. So we'll use those. Anyways, so I don't even remember what I was saying. But I really don't remember what I was saying at all. So it happens when you get interrupted. But I have been trying to keep up with this well, and I've been doing a good job, if I do say so myself. Oh, I think I was just talking about planning and how it's therapeutic, and you know, it just is. And I understand like those people's mentality when they're like, why do you need so many planners? I mean, I get it. To someone else that isn't into that, it's odd, and I get that, but it's just not odd to people who do it and love it, because it is very therapeutic when you just lay down stickers and you play with them. And I was laying down my homeschool planner. I was laying, or an insert that I'm going to be using for homeschooling when we start back up again. And I've been setting it up so that I can lesson plan ahead of time and really lesson plan throughout the months. And it was just fun. I themed it out for each month and all of that, and it was just really fun. I was just doing it as, you know, I was showing Joshua movies that are my favorites that he's never even seen, and he always acts like he don't want to watch them, like he doesn't like them, I'm not gonna like it, and all this stupid stuff, and he ended up liking it. And I had already seen them 1,000 times, obviously, because they're some of my favorites, and so I was just, you know, just stickering away and washing and doing my monthlies and that insert, and it was so much fun just to sit down and do that. And so I like to do it. I think it's fun. Also, I have been craving coffee all day, every day, and usually that's not my thing. Like, I usually drink 1 cup in the morning and maybe a cup in the afternoon, but I have just been craving it all the time, and I have no idea, like, why. I guess maybe it's the weather, because it's really chilly outside, and it just sounds good to sit down with a cup of coffee, but I don't know. And I'm trying not to drink it too late so I don't keep myself up, because sometimes I have problems with insomnia, and like I haven't had that problem in a while, but it is sometimes hard for me to shut my mind off, and I'll end up staying up way too late or like whatever, you know. And so I try not to drink it too late at night, but I've just been craving it all of the time. Don't even know why. So anyways, oh man, something broke. So Tuesday I have to go and go grocery shopping, and I know it's last minute. I'm a little bit nervous about that part, but I just don't have room in my refrigerator or my freezer to hold the things that I need to get. And so I'm gonna have to get them kind of last minute because there's no room. I can't hold it all. And so I'm gonna start cooking on Wednesday. And then we are having Thanksgiving with my family at a lake house that they have rented in the next town over in the daytime. And then in the evening, we're gonna have Thanksgiving with Joshua and do things that way. It will be a little strange and probably a little bit hard for me, to be honest, but that's what we are going to do. So it should be a good time. Either way, we're just gonna make the best of it. And this is so freaking cute. I really like these headers. I'm glad that I went with that. Okay, now I'm going to, so if this is blue, then it would be this one. I'm gonna put these up at the top because I love that. I just think it finishes it, and that's what we're gonna do. It wouldn't be this one. That wouldn't be what it is. Yeah, it would be the one before. I don't know. I can't think right now. So it would be that one, that one. But see, that's not the way it goes. So this would be orange. So why I thought that it would be orange. And then green, and then brown. There we go. And blue. Super cute. And I'm not going to have any for the sidebar doing it this way. Well, I might still have a couple for the sidebar. It might just work out fine. I don't do my sidebars super complicated in this planner because I write about the week in there, and so it works out that way. But yeah, okay, that's really cute. Now let's put these on there and we'll be done with that part. And then we'll do some underlays and some full boxes and get into the day by day. Memory plans are usually a little bit longer of a video just because this is the planner that I use lots of foil in. And I chat too much, but you know, I love long videos, so I don't mind it. Definitely does not matter to me. I like long videos. So I enjoy it. So I don't mind making long videos because I like watching them, and I'm sure there's other people like me who also enjoy long videos. I feel like when they're so short, I'm sad because they're over, and I'm just like, oh man, Wish that would have been longer so I could have watched it. I feel like I just got started watching it and got into it, and it's already over, and that's how I feel. So okay, let's do the full box. Now I will try not to yawn. I think I'm gonna do the clock as my first one. Do I want to put it here, or do I want to go all the way up? I think I'll put it down here. We'll just do it that way. Then we'll use, I would say we would use a brown, but that brown is like right there, so use that towards the bottom. And then there is a big double box, and it is one piece, so it makes it a little more complicated because you can't separate it even if you wanted to, and it gets rid of that white line, of course. And of course, again, this header is, I think, a little bit too far up. Okay. All right. So there's that. Let's do it there. And then let's use this one. I just love that. And that's so pretty with the quilt. So pretty. Okay. And then this one is super pretty too. I think I'm going to put it up here as well. Okay. And then we'll do this one and this one. They're playing basketball in there, if you can hear them. They're playing with Tristan's basketball hoop, and this one's gorgeous too. It makes me not even want to put it. I kind of just want to do that, but I feel like I should do it down here. But it is so pretty though. I want it to be like up close and personal, like front and center, but it is very pretty. Okay, so there's those. And then what else do we need? Got these, and I'm not gonna use those. So let's do these. I'm just gonna use these as an overlays, and then I think I'm gonna use a couple more I have. So is there anything I can use like this wise? I think this would kind of be pretty. Like it's magic. Let's just pretend it's magic. This would be pretty. Let's use this. Whoopsie. That's really pretty. And then gotta have one on here. And then maybe this one. Okay. What's this looking like? Super cute. Alright. Then, how weird is that gonna look for that copper and that bright gold? I know there are so many people who do not. I think I'm gonna use, the only reason why I don't really want to use the rose gold is because of that, but it's not that bad, and I feel like the rose gold is gonna look better with the copper, because this is kind of, and there's pinks in the kit too, so it kind of helps. And this is so pretty. So I'm gonna have to make some more room on my battery before I'm gonna be able to film all of this, because my battery is, my camera's trying to say, okay, I'm full, but I'm trying to push it just a little bit longer before I have to do that, so I can at least get these laid down. So pretty. Foil, man, it gets you hooked. Like, I don't mind it in my family planner. I don't mind not having foil. Or in some other planners. I don't have to have foil in every planner, but I do really like it in my memory planner. I've just decided that, like, I didn't used to be that way. I used to, like, not care about foil, and I was like, wow, that's too expensive, but it's just worth it. And if you find the right shops, then they have good deals on their foil, and it's really not as expensive as it seems to be at first, because some shops are goodness expensive. But some shops with their sales and their new releases, it is worth it, and it's just so beautiful. And if you're keeping this as a memory keeper, then to me it's worth it, just to make it that extra oomph and that extra pretty, you know. So to me it is worth it. I'm sure to some people it's still not. But to me it is, because I think it's just so pretty. Just look at it. It's just lovely. Okay, so we're going to use those. And then, let's see, we're going to use these, because I think that'll match just fine. And these are just frames, so I have to be extra careful, because my clumsy self messes it up if I'm not. But they're really pretty. And we will use some, if I can make it work without screwing it up, because see, I've already kind of messed this one up a little bit. There, it's good enough, but it's just a little off. See, it's hard for me to not be so shaky and to do this just right on the money. It can be hard. If I'm trying to do it too quickly, I have to remind myself to slow down. Take your time, and it is easier if I start from the bottom and just let it flap over. Okay, we'll still have those to use later. This is gorgeous. Like, I love this. Okay. All right, so now we are going to do the weekly, and I do have a weekly box, so I guess we'll use that. I'm trying to remember if I can think of all of our dinners that we've had, and I think I can, so we'll do that. And so here we go. All right. Oh my gosh, my leg is like asleep, like for real, legit asleep. Okay, so I'm going to go from Sunday and work backwards, because that's the day I'm on, and it will just be easier for me. Okay, and you guys probably don't care either way. So this was for church, and I did have nursery duty this day. So I'm gonna get out these stickles. We're gonna look and see. That would be Jensen. Okay, I am back a day later and with a cup of coffee, but I am back very early. Well, to me it's pretty dang early. It's 6 o'clock, so and it's Thanksgiving break, so I didn't have to wake up. But I did, and here we are. So I was gonna use these, but I think I might anyways. Oops, maybe not there yet. Yeah, I like to get up early, and I like to be in the habit and routine of getting up early, because I don't want to fall out of it. When I homeschool them, I don't want to fall out of it. I want to keep doing that, because it does help me get things done before they wake up, and before they're loud. And you know, the only one up is the dog, and she's loud too, but you know, she is loud and she's clingy. And so she wants to come here in my office, but she's just being so loud with her toenails on the floor and chewing everything and being loud and just being hyper, and so I didn't let her in here so I can hear her like pace in the hallway. When I do get up this early, coffee is necessary. Coffee's always necessary. Okay, like I said, we're gonna go from Sunday backwards. So this was church, and I had to watch nursery on this day. So I'm trying to think of something that I can use for that, because I kept nursery. It was actually really enjoyable because I kept it with this older lady from my church. I mean, I say older, I mean older than me. She's in her, she might be in her early 70s, maybe. She reminds me of my grandmother. That's why I say that, because my grandmother's in her early 70s. But why am I opening this? That's not the one. But she is, she reminds me of my grandmother so much, and I really love her, like, a lot. And like a lot. I really love her. And so it was actually really enjoyable. I just talked to her, and you know, it was just enjoyable. I liked it. So let's see what I have that I can put in there for nursery, because I don't have very many like baby things. I probably should add a couple in here just when I do things like that. But oh, this is perfect. Excuse me. I don't have red hair, but perfect. Okay. So I did that, and then what else happened? I came home and made lunch at home, and then we got pizza for dinner, and we had a reset day. That's what I like to call, which they didn't do the reset in their rooms, so since they're out of school today, I'll probably make them do that today. But reset day is Sunday reset, where we reset the house, and that's what we do. So laundry, I folded all the laundry. I put most of it away, so like the rest of that has to get done today. But like, you know what I mean? Like I do the things that didn't necessarily get, I'm gonna put this laundry sticker for it because I did a bunch of laundry. You know, things that didn't necessarily get done during the week, we do it all and get all the cleaning taken care of. And then they did not have Royal Rangers, and so we, oh man, I probably should have done that the opposite way. And they didn't have Royal Rangers, which is the boys club kind of thing that they have at church on Sunday nights. And so because they didn't, we went out and got pizza. I just wanted something really quick. I was being lazy, to be honest. I didn't want to cook anything. I didn't have anything to cook, so we would have to go to the store and get the stuff and then go cook it. I just didn't feel like it. And so I did that, and we ordered pizza, so I need to grab a pizza sticker, and I've already passed those. So my throat is still kind of scratchy this morning, and I'm still sniffly, you guys. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but it is still like that. So let's see, let's just grab this one. And let's do one of these. Pizza for dinner, and then we just kind of chilled out. I did a bunch of laundry even at night, like it carried on into after dinner, and then that was pretty much it. Okay, yeah, and we just chilled out this part of the day. But I like it when I use underlays to leave some of the underlay, like I like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So, let's see. Saturday, let's start from the bottom. Saturday, is that Saturday night when this was? No. Yeah, oh, it's running together. It's dangerous. I'm trying to think. Yes, I think it was. So Saturday night we watched no, it was yes. Saturday night we watched Notting Hill, and I probably need a big box to write it all. We watched Notting Hill and we watched Save the Last Dance and we watched it all before Joshua left, so it was, we must have started out pretty early, because he left at a decent hour and we watched both of those movies. But anyways, that's why I was questioning it, because I knew he left at like 10 and we still got both of those movies watched. Yeah, we watched I'm gonna put this because that's what happened. We watched Save the Last Dance and Notting Hill because Joshua had never seen either one of those movies, and those are like, I don't even like chick flicks, but those are some of my favorites, and he never seen them. And so I was like, okay, like, you need to watch these movies. How can you never have seen them? And they're my favorites. And so we watched them. Okay, so let's write this down. Pizza Hut. And then Reset Day. And then church. Nursery with Kathy. She's so sweet. I don't know why I put exclamation marks on literally everything. Okay, I'm gonna put this, so I've got to move everything a little bit because I had a really angry moment last night and I got really mad, and so I'm gonna put that because it was a lot. And yeah, I got really angry and I'm still pretty irritated about it, but it's okay. It is what it is. Some people, you can't change people, and some people are just difficult. But some things were said by Jaren's mom that like really made me mad. Like really made me mad. And so I got like really upset. I do not do well. You can do or say a lot of things and I'll tolerate it and be fine, but I do not deal well with you talking about my children, especially if you're trying to tell me how to parent. When you yourself have no room to tell me how to parent. I listen to those in authority over me. Yes, I submit to that authority and respect. And I will listen to those who are older than me with wisdom beyond mine. Yes, both of those things. And this is where it's going to get tricky because, oh man, none of these glasses stuck. But that's okay, I can fix them. I just put them on and they're not wanting to stick, and they're very delicate because they actually have holes on the inside, and I didn't like push them down when I shut the book, and so they didn't stick, so I'll have to work on those. Okay, this is where it gets kind of chaotic, and so I'm looking for an angry face. Anyway, I can use this girl that says no. Oh, look, the fox is like really irritated, and that was me. Like, yes, I was very mad. But I thought I had some other mad stickers too. I don't use mad stickers very often. This one's really mad. I think I'll just use the fox though, that's fine. Anyways, she just, comments were made that I did not appreciate, and it really, really made me mad. You know, it just did. So, yes, I had a moment, but it's okay. She made me so angry. Oops, and now I'm going to destroy the camera because that's what I do. Okay. Okay, so we watched Save the Last Dance, and he's always said he didn't like that movie, but he never even seen it. And Notting Hill, which Save the Last Dance was before Step Up, and it's kind of like the same vein, right? But I just love that movie. Okay. Who doesn't like that movie? Like at the end when she combines the ballet and the hip hop together, and it's just like you're celebrating with her that she actually did that on her own. It's just a good movie. I don't think he loved it, but he did. He said it was okay. All right. So what else happened? Also, it was Tristan's birthday party on Saturday. And so we did that, and I think he had a good time. Not as many kids showed up as he invited because a lot of people had to go out of town that weekend, and we had postponed it twice because we were sick with the flu and everything. So, you know, we weren't expecting it to be like the most amazing turnout, but it was pretty good for, you know, for us postponing it so many times and like all of that. Like one of his friends came, and then it was his cousin and his brothers, and it was fine, and I think he did have a good time. So, you know, he didn't get very many presents, but he did have a good time. Okay, Tristan's birthday party. I should have just put party, but that's okay, I fit it. Okay, so we had that, and then we came home and just chilled out. Well, I say home because it's habit, but my house. Okay, Friday, I'm starting to forget what's going on. So Friday, I'm trying to remember. I know that we went and picked up Jaren. So I'm sure that was fun. That probably raised a bunch of questions, like why is she here with you picking up Jaren and all. And yeah. So anyways, there was that, and then we watched the movie Where the Crawdads Sing in the evening. Oh my gosh, I really liked that movie. It's a new movie on Netflix, and I really liked it a lot. So we rewatched the last season of Stranger Things before that, and then after that, like, we were kind of, I just heard someone, and I don't know who it was, and I don't know what it was. It was a weird sound. It was the dog, or what's happening? I don't know. I think it was Tristan coughing, but I'm not positive. Okay, so hopefully the dog's not waking him up because it's still like really early. Okay, coffee's gone, so if that was annoying you, then it's gone now. Okay, so we did watch Where the Crawdads Sing. I really liked it. It's a little bit odd of a movie. I really liked it a lot. And then I had to go back to the movies, and I don't remember where it is, so bear with me. I just put these in here so neatly and wonderfully, and then I started to get like randoms, and so I started putting them a little crazier. Yeah, it's Tristan. Okay, it's Tristan. He's awake, but he's not out of bed. I think the dog is just getting on his nerves. So I feel bad for that because that's annoying. Okay, let's put this. Let's move this up a little bit. Okay, so this was Where the Crawdads Sing, and it was really good. Where the Crawdads Sing, I think that's what it's called. Pretty positive. So I liked that movie, and then we picked up Jaren. So let's see if I can, I know I have a car on here. And then where are you, car? I know I just saw you a minute ago, and now I can't remember what page it was on. I think the dog is like bothering Tristan to death, and he's, I think, oh, here's him. And I think she is waking everybody up. So that's annoying. Oops. I got a drink on my finger. Okay. We picked up Jaren. And then I got a bunch of work done on this day. And put the kids on the bus, which I'm not gonna put every day, but this is the last day that they had to go. And so did that. So let's put last day before break. They were really happy about that. And then I'm just gonna put a work sticker down because I did get some stuff done. So we'll put this one, even though they're girls and I don't have girls, that's okay. Last day before break. And then I'm just gonna put this work sticker down. Let's use the blue because I got lots of stuff done. And then I will put maybe, what do I want to put down? Maybe this one. This one's really cute. Just gonna put this little planner. Got stuff done. Last day before break. Daisy is so loud. And she's trying to wake people up because she doesn't want to be in there by herself, and she's being aggravating. Let me see. Okay, 2 of the 4 are awake because of the dog. Okay, this is super cute so far though. All right, so Thursday morning, I was supposed to go to the boys' school because Killian, and I'm trying to see if I have another Thanksgiving sticker handy. I don't know where I put those turkeys. They had, oh, this is perfect. Let me use this. They had a Thanksgiving dinner, and what am I going to use? These are so cute. I think I'm going to use the pie. They actually had some pie and he wouldn't eat it. But anyways, they had a Thanksgiving dinner, and I was supposed to go, and my dad was going to watch the little boys while I went, but my grandfather, my mom's dad, passed away, so he had to like go and make sure my mom was okay, and then they ended up going down there. It's like 4 hours away, and so I'm gonna put Killian's Thanksgiving lunch, and so I ended up going and just taking all of them. It was a disaster, but not too bad of a disaster. It was fine. And then yeah, so I'm not close to those people. I'm not close to like that that side of my family at all. I'm not fans of them. What did we do on Thursday night? I don't remember at all. I know we ate Chick-fil-A, but I think we just like chilled out and we watched something together, but I don't remember what it is. It was probably a cooking show, because that's what they tend to want to watch with everybody. Let's see, do I have like some kind of sad sticker? I mean, it's difficult, right? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not I was not close to her dad and stepmom or her mom. Her mom already passed away, I think, I want to say like 5 years ago. But yeah, she it's more for my mom, right? Like it's more sad for my mom. And I'm trying to see something like appropriate that I can put. Yeah, but it's more like I'm there to support my mom, but I'm not going to be able to go to the funeral because I have all 4 of the boys, and Joshua has jobs that he can't not do, and it's the holidays, so we need those, like, he needs those jobs. I need him to have those jobs. And so yeah, like, they told me, like, don't come if you can. And I don't think they were trying to be ugly, but it's like, you know, it's hard to bring kids to a funeral and expect them to like be good, you know what I mean? When dang it, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna use this girl right here because she's just kind of serious, and she's really just sipping a coffee, but that's what I'm gonna use. But he died in his sleep, and he had been sick for a really long time, and then they said that they thought he was doing better, and then he passed away in his sleep. So, you know, if you're gonna go, that's the best way. He's not in pain anymore and all of that, but she had a really bad relationship with her mom and her dad and her stepmom and all of them. She just had a really bad childhood, so it's very hard for me to, I can forgive those people, but it's hard for me to be around them, and I've never had a relationship with any of any of her family, but it's more like trying to support my mom and be there for my mom when she's sad. So on Wednesday night, we did have church. Joshua ended up going to church with us instead of his church because he was working here in our town, and he was already like right here, and so he wouldn't have had time to go to his church, so he ended up coming to ours. And it was okay. It was a little bit awkward, but not too bad. I think it was fine. And you know, so I think it went pretty well. And the boys had play practice, and we watched their play practice for a while, so that was fun. They're doing this. It's really short, but they're doing this like, it's like a 5-minute shadow play. But it's really cute, and we were watching them, and Killian was so happy we were watching. He was like showing off, and it was just adorable. So we did that, and then I went and picked up our van. Me and the boys rad. On this day. It had been in the shop for 2 months, 3 months, I can't even remember. So it's been in the shop since September, the very beginning of September, so almost 3 months. And it was supposed to be out in October, like the beginning of October. Then they said that the motor wasn't going to come in until October the 31st. And then October the 31st, it never came in. And then it came in, you know, it's the middle of November, and this is when it came. So it has been insane and long. And so I finally went and got it. Let's just use this little car. It has a heart on it, so we're gonna use that. And I went and got the van with my dad, and Joshua watched the kids while we went and did that. And then, because he had to work, no, that was this day, dang it, because he had to work in the afternoon, and so he did not have to work in the morning. So I'm gonna put it, we'll put it here, it's fine. Okay, and then this day, I'm trying to think of what else happened. I just did a bunch of work stuff on this day, and then I did a bunch of work stuff on this day too, after we got the van back and all of that stuff. And then me and the boys went and got groceries, and I should have been using this, so I'm gonna put this for the work day so I can spread a couple of these out because they're so cute. I want to use them. And then this was church, and I'm just gonna use a little church house, even though, which one was church that I was gonna put down? See, this is why I have to put it down as it, okay, so play practice was this one. And I don't know what we'll use for that. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna put this little dinosaur, and I don't really know what the dinosaur is doing, but just because it's all of our kids and they're cute, so I'm gonna put that for play practice. And then I'm gonna put this little film reel for this work, and then for this, we just spent some some family time together before he went to work. He actually had to leave before the boys got off the bus, and after he watched them for me, and then he came back that evening, but it was pretty later, a lot later when he came back. And so we just did family time a little while, and then he left our house. And then I'm trying to think if anything else happened here. What did we do? We made, oh, it was like spaghetti. Ugh, it was gross. Joshua had a hankering for spaghetti, and he was like, I just want like jarred sauce on noodles with some frozen meatballs. And I was just like, ew, that sounds disgusting. But that's what happened. So I really don't have anything for there. I did do some cleaning, so I guess I can put that, because of course, like, I really deep cleaned the kitchen, so I can put that down. Let's use the Shine Sticker Studio for that. I can put that, and this is like way crooked, I can tell. And then this day, I'm just gonna leave that work sticker in the middle because I got like a lot done, and that's what I'm gonna put for it. So it's just gonna stay like that. And then let's see, this is gonna be, what do I want to use? Maybe the brown that I cleaned, deep cleaned the kitchen. And then I should have put this on the other side because I wasn't thinking. Can I move it? Maybe, yeah, it's not too terrible. So there's work, okay. And then I'm just gonna leave that. This is crooked. You guys are probably like, holy crap, girlfriend, your stickers are always so crooked. Okay, and then for Monday, just the same deal. I got a bunch of cleaning done. I didn't do a reset the day before, and this was like the kids' first day of the new week at school and all of that jazz. And so I got a bunch of cleaning done, and I should have put this above that, but I don't really care if it's in order. I did get a bunch of Bible study in on this day, and then Joshua and I had a good theological discussion, and so I'm going to put that down because those are very important right now. And you know, okay, and then I really want to cover this up, but I don't know with what, and I don't have any big boxes to do that with. Maybe I'll use, let's see, I don't have really anything that I want to use. Maybe we'll layer some washi, and then we will use that box for like the most favorite thing of the week. And then I do have some of this to use, and I think that will be just fine. And then we'll do this box here, and dang it, trying to get it straight. And then we'll use this on top, and then yeah, we'll do that. And I do have this too, and come on, pick up the sticker, don't just obliterate it, you know? Can you help me out here? I think we'll use it on the top because I like it and it's pretty. Okay. Don't know what I'll put there, but I'll figure it out. And then this is fine for it to be blank because I'll cover it in writing and I'll write in it. Okay, so that's that. And then what was I gonna put here and here, because this is where I completely forget things. Okay, so I did Bible study, and I need to get some Bibles, but I have this sticker that I should have just used, right? Because, and it's a big sticker, so I don't always use it, but this is, okay, well this green will probably work, so I could probably use it and take this one off. Okay, so goodness, can't get rid of this stupid cough. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little too green, but it's fine. I was studying in James, so let me write all of this down. Deep clean kitchen. I'm gonna put family area because it was the kitchen and the living room. And then picked up van was this. Picked up van finally. Yay, that does deserve an exclamation point. Okay, and then filming. Editing. And then clean. And then church. And then I'm gonna put Joshua at our church because it was the first time he had been to our church since we like split up, and it was a little bit odd. Not like too bad. Play, practice. Isn't too bad. Okay, Bible study. And then I'm gonna put James. Okay, and then can I fit this? Theological discussion. Okay, almost fit it. And that is what it's gonna look like. So let's look at it. Super cute. I really love the foiling. I think it's super pretty. I'm just loving foil. Like, look at this. What? So pretty. Like, I'm just really liking it. So that is what this memory spread is going to look like for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.